Hi there, this is the Afternoon Shift on WBEZ. I'm Niala Boodhoo. 8 Chicago teens are telling their story here on Navy Pier tonight. It's part of an annual nationwide scholarship competition that's held by the Boys and Girls Club of Chicago. One finalist tonight goes on to a regional competition and can make it to nationals, where the prize is a $50,000 scholarship. Joining us in studio are 3 of the Chicago finalists. I'd like to welcome to the Afternoon Shift Devanya Anderson, Shakari Edwards, and Marco Nava. Thanks for being here, guys.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
So we've been talking, we started off, it's Chicago's 177th birthday, and I know you guys were out in the green room listening to the conversation, so I thought I would start by just asking you all what you think of Chicago as a city, what you would like the city to be, or how you think the city's changed in your lifetime. Devanya, you want to start?
I think the city has become more integrated because all of the different neighborhoods that are segregated in parts of the city, they've now come closer together. So I think that the city has become more as one.
Okay. What neighborhood do you live in?
I live in the near west side.
And do you come downtown a lot?
Yes, I live downtown.
How about you, Shakari?
Well, the beautifications of Chicago has evolved over the years. I enjoy going downtown and looking at, the skyscrapers and everything. And it's wonderful to look at everything from years past to now.
Yeah. And how old are you, and where do you go to school?
I'm 17 years old, and I go to North Grand High School.
And what neighborhood? And so that's Logan. Is that Logan Square? Okay.
Yes.
How about you, Marco?
I personally think that the education, all the aspects that have to go with education, have been growing ever since I've been little. Even though in the news you might see how there's strikes and other things like that, I still think since I'm a part of a charter school, I go to USC College Prep, I think that those types of schools that have been growing in the city of Chicago have helped students with anything that they need.
Marco, what neighborhood do you live in?
I live near Midway.
Near Midway, okay. How did you all get involved in Boys and Girls Club? Marco, how about you?
I actually used to live in Little Village, and that's where my club is, a Little Village Boys and Girls Club. And it was close to the summer, and I was walking with my parents, and I go in close to my house, and I see these guys in suits. You don't see that in my neighborhood to begin with. And then
what did you think they were?
I thought they were just like business. I thought they were lawyers or something. But they go up to me and my parents, and they go, "Have you seen the Boys and Girls Club?" And I've heard of it before at school, so I was excited that they mentioned it. And my parents were like, "No, where is it?" And then they literally point like 4 houses down. That's where my club is. So I was excited that the fact that it was so close, and my parents put me in right away.
Shakari, why did you get involved in Boys and Girls Club?
Well, when I was about 7 years old, my sister started working at the Cotter Boys and Girls Club. And then I just started going there with her after school so that I wouldn't be at home bored. And then it just went on from there since I was 7.
So you've been for 10 years.
Yes.
So it's been a really big part of your life.
Yes.
What is it? Do you all how often do you go to Boys and Girls Club? What kind of things do you do?
Well, out of a whole week, 5 days, the weekdays, it's just various activities to do, like the gym room, the computer lab, the game room, arts and crafts, things like that.
Devanya, how about you?
The same as Shakari's. We have a lot of different clubs that we can create ourselves or just do.
Why did you join Boys and Girls Club?
I joined the Boys and Girls Club, the James Jordan Boys and Girls Club, because I was new in my community, and I kind of wanted to be able to interact with new people and meet.
And has that happened?
Yes, it's happened. It's been a great experience for me because I've been able to meet a lot of people that I thought that I wouldn't be able to meet ever.
Shakari, you're involved in the Smart Girls program at the Boys and Girls Club. What is that?
It's a self-enhancement program for females, teenagers mainly. And we just get together as one to,
what kind of things do you talk about?
Like our feelings and things that we go through as females in our everyday life. And then we get to tell each other and give each other advice about things.
So tonight you have the big competition, and I'm not going to ask you what your speeches are because I know they're competitive and I don't want to reveal. But maybe what I will ask you, and Marco, I thought I would start with you, is What was the inspiration for the speech that you're giving tonight?
It is kind of funny that you mentioned the whole Chicago's birthday today, because this past Saturday was a Boys and Girls Club of Chicago's birthday. We turned 112.
Oh.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be nice to mention.
Yeah, that is nice to mention.
And well, when it comes to my speech, I think there's so many aspects that go into it, because the main question is what does a Boys and Girls Club mean to you? And if you look at it from one perspective, it could mean happiness. When you look at it from another perspective, it can mean education. It can mean so many things. So it was hard for me to find one certain thing that I could think of my club. So I had to look at it from different perspectives, and that's really how I was able to create my speech.
Shikari, how about you? What was the inspiration for your speech tonight?
When I was younger, I overcame a lot of difficulties that made me the person who I am now. So I kind of circled my speech around the difficulties that I've overcame and how it has inspired me to be the motivated and driven person I am today.
What kind of difficulties? What did they teach you?
Well, the neighborhood I grew in wasn't always well. So the club helped me stick to what I wanted to do and the person that I wanted to be. Don't follow any crowds. Be yourself. Do what you want to do. And
I think that's a really hard thing to do, though, right? I wonder if you guys have advice for other students out there to how they can do what you guys have done, because I bet, Shikari, that's probably a difficult thing.
Not really. If you stick to what you want to do and you have the mindset that what you want and you go and get it and you have the drive to go and do what you want to do, you're going to do it regardless of what anyone has to say, what's holding you back. You're not going to think about the negative all the time. If you want to do something for yourself, you're going to go and do it for you.
Devanya, what about you and your speech? What was the inspiration for what you are talking about tonight?
My inspiration for my speech was just mainly focusing and thinking about where I started when I first came to Chicago and how I ended now that I'm here. So while I was writing my speech, I went through rewriting it so many times just to make sure I included the most important details and just really trying to get the audience to capture, this is where I came and this is the things that I did and overcame to be able to be where I am today.
How long have you been in Chicago?
I've been in Chicago since 8th grade, so about 2.5 years.
Okay. And where did you move from?
I moved from Vernon Hills, Illinois.
Okay. So was it a big transition for you?
Yes, huge. Living in the city and coming from the suburbs is a totally huge lifestyle change.
What was the biggest change you had to get used to?
The biggest change would be the city life. Living in the suburbs, you would have everything so far apart, different stores and schools and people. But when you're in the city, everything is so close together. There's more transportation, and it's just easier to get out and do what you want to do.
Marco, Shikari was talking about her neighborhood and growing up in kind of a tough neighborhood sometimes. I think growing up in Chicago, no matter what neighborhood you're in, can be pretty difficult. And I wonder your perspective on that, what advice you might have for other young people out there.
Oh, I think it's important for everyone to understand that the neighborhood doesn't define who you are. Like schools don't define who you are. You define yourself. So if any teens are listening right now, I'd like to let them know that you have the opportunity to do whatever you want to do. And if that means dropping out, I don't want to say that. Think positive. Because my dad would always tell me this, and he would explain that it doesn't matter what high school you go to. What matters is what you want for yourself. And that was a problem I had deciding what high school to go to, because I was rejected from the top CPS schools, and it was kind of like a slap to the face.
Yeah, I bet that was really tough.
It was really difficult for me, and I was kind of deciding on going to my neighborhood school or going to a charter school, and then my club really helped me go through that, and they really helped me pick UIC College Prep where I go. But at the same time, they helped me understand that it doesn't matter where you're going, as long as you have a goal set and you want to achieve that goal. And if you put the work into it, then you can achieve whatever you want.
Do you think that mindset that you had about letting you define yourself, do you think you got that from your parents? Do you think you got that from Boys and Girls Club? Where do you think that idea, who helped reinforce that?
I think it's a combination of everyone that's been in my life. Like my parents had a huge role, and they still do, since I'm still growing up with them. And then once I was introduced to the clubs, they reinforced that idea on me and helped me understand like that don't let a small opportunity go to waste. You always have to grasp everything full with both hands.
Sha'Carri, Devanya, do you feel like what Marco was saying about people defining you or making assumptions about you, does that happen to you?
Yes, on a daily basis.
In what ways?
You know, some people think that people from a low-income community are going to be nothing in life, don't have the same opportunity. Even though we don't have the same opportunities as other communities or other people, there are still some that want to do something with themselves regardless of where they came from or what their background is or what they've done before. If we're motivated to do what we want to do and have that mindset and self-motivation for us, we're going to do it regardless of what happened to us and where we come from.
So what would you say to people who I think this happens a lot in life, right? People put stereotypes on us. What do you think is the best way to deal with that?
Just ignore it. If you know you and you know what you want to do with yourself and your life and your goals and your dreams, then you don't have to focus on what everybody else has to say because you know you. Only you can define what you want to do.
Well, that's some great advice. So Devanya, Anderson, Sha'Carri, Edwards, Marco, Nava. What time are you guys competing tonight?
Around 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock?
6:15. Excuse me.
And so, and then it looks like, so you all you're competing tonight, and then what happens after whoever one person wins?
Yes.
And then you go on to the regional competition?
Yes.
Okay. And I imagine regardless, you all have plans for college and other things. What do you guys want to do? Do you know yet?
Well, I want to attend Western Illinois University in the fall to become a pediatric nurse.
Marco?
Yeah, I'm thinking of going into accounting, mainly because there's so many opportunities in that field. So I feel like being an accountant, you can not only just do taxes like during tax season, but you could also help businesses, nonprofits, all these different aspects of careers.
Devanya?
Next year after I graduate, I want to go to Georgia State University. I'm thinking about getting into public relations, so that's really exciting for me.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks for taking the time to join me. Best of luck tonight. Thanks so much. That's Devanya Anderson, Sha'Carri Edwards, and Marco Nava with the Boys and Girls Club of Chicago. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.